Wow.
Good afternoon, all of you. I welcome to this great event. You know, we have a great challenge transforming digital SME. We are talking about the race, million trillion dollar race. You know who is driving that race actually? Of course, the Fortune 500 companies, but if you go to the ground,
Phone
you
number
will
से
notice
बात
that the biggest drivers, they are the SME.
बस
They
उनके
are
मोबाइल नंबर
actually
बताते फोन
driving
नंबर
this
जल्दी
race. And imagine that if you have to transform them, it's a huge challenge. Imagine that 68 millions of SME only in India, and we have to digitalize them. How we can do it? What are the things that we should take care? And what are their main challenges? You know, a few years back, like 3 or 4 years back, we had a great digital transformation and we all enjoyed the benefits out of it, specifically the SMEs. And that is nothing but all the GST compliance. Now everything starting from e-invoice or like return or like goods delivery or anything that goes online, and we get every company in India, they get benefit out of it. Imagine that same kind of transformation if you have to do it for the SME. What are the things that we should take care? Imagine a small company, they just started growing super fast because SME grows faster. So they just started growing super fast. What things we should take care? What their basic need? What they need, which is super simple software, easy to use, modern, and scalable. The way their business is scaling. So just the three pillars that if we are able to provide them to SME, they can have a digital transformation in truly. So what it means by like modern, scalable, or easy to use. Imagine there is a mechanic. He is super good. He understands like every part of mechanism of the car, but he doesn't have a right tool. He is good at work, but because of lacking of the tool, he is not able to fix the things correctly or on time or within time frame or something like that. So that's exactly the situation where SME is. We have a good worker, like skilled worker, but the problem is they don't have a right tools in order to run their business. So imagine that if we are able to provide them a right tool which is easy to use, like easy to use on single click or easy accessible in simple way. You know, uh, I'm sure that every one of us will never go for training after installing any mobile application. You know why? Because it's easy to use. We just install, we start using it. Imagine that the business software, it's more or less like mobile application. Then how fast the adoption can be. And that's a problem because they don't have a right to. So the goal of the digital transformation, the goal of the software is to help people to do more in less time. It's not to create a complexity, not to set up the process, not to put the restriction or and so on. You know, when we talk about digital transformation, we always think the accounting. We feel like accounting is the center part of the business. True, that I agree. But let's say, you know, the modern company like today, like SME, accounting is not a challenge. It was challenge 20 years or 10 years before actually. Today the challenge is way more than that. Today we have a challenge of how we can integrate, like how we can do integrate our marketing to my accounting, I can integrate my customer communication to my central system, or how we can go online or maybe start a retail shop and then everything can be integrated in my software. So the challenge is not only to integrate like say sales, purchase, inventory. That was the past actually. Yeah. Today we have a more difficult challenge than what we succeed in the past. And you know what happened? Today what we need to have a super cool integrated things, or just say you can say a software which can manage all things in one place, not only accounting, but it has to be like say marketing, or like say CRM, or online shops, or everything which is give me a customer centric approach. So let's say every information what I need in terms of like from the customer perspective, and not from the accounting like P&L balance sheet or something like that. So in order to do that kind of transformation, like we all know that we have to do a continuous integration, continuous development, and that's a challenge, because when you start with one software that serve your purpose, you start with another software that serve your a different purpose, and at the end that's complexity we are setting in place. So for every business need we put one software, and just because of that we have a super complex software infrastructure which SME cannot able to manage it, because their core business is to manage, it's not to manage the IT. Their core business is to manage to grow in their business process, to grow in their business actually. And at the end it's exploded with a lot of technology, and then it becomes super complex and so on. A famous quote from very big proprietary ERP software says that if you simplify everything, you can do anything. And that's what exactly the SME need. A simplified software where they can grow fast. Today, if you look at the market, it's way more complex, or it's too competitive, like too expensive, or maybe outdated. Can you imagine? I'm going to show you few screens. Can you imagine that SME, like just started, like 5-user company, or like say 10-user company, they will be able to a software which is available in the market? Let's say this one. Imagine they start a shop, or they start an online shopping business. Do you think they will be able to manage their business with this complex screen and process and so on? Or like this? Do you think it's possible for them to learn super fast and grow, implement in few clicks? Or this one? So, today the challenge is SME has to pay a lot of $1 million to get such software which is super complex, outdated, and it's difficult to implement. It's not easy to accessible by the SME. So what's the solution? So I'm going to propose you the solution. What SME can like say affordable, easy to use, modern software. If you put all the software available in the market in two different verticals, having a lot of business scope and super simple and easy to use software, so you will find both kind of software. Like say, all the proprietary ERP, so-called ERP software, they have a lot of business scope. You need 100%, they have 130% of the availability. And at the end of implementation, they succeed to use 70%, and then say we have a successful implementation of the software. At other hand, there are super simple software. You just go start using it just in few clicks, and it starts in like a second. But the challenge for them, they are super simple, easy to use, but serving only one business need. Imagine that if you go for like say 5 to 6 software like that, and you start integrating them, you again become exploded with the technology infrastructure, and that becomes a complex. As an Odoo, we say that we are growing in both direction. We have 40,000 apps. You name the business, we have application available. At the same time, people can start with just one app. So it is not like say complex process or so-called traditional ERP approach. It is super simple, like say app approach. We say we are shoot a business app. You start with one app, and then you can go and install other apps as and when it's required. So having said that, like 40,000 apps available, you can start with one app. So it's a simple to start with and easy to grow with the apps available. You just name the process, we have application available, starting from like boosting your marketing website, or retail business, or manufacturing, to manage your operations, inventory, and even compliance, accounting, everything at a single place, all in one, available in one platform. So imagine that every business SME at least need 4 to 5 applications among these. If they are trading company, what they need, which is like sales, purchase, inventory, accounting and so on. If there are service company, what they need, which is like say sales, invoicing, project management, task, timesheet, and so on. So just choose the industry, like just choose the app and you can build your industry. So we used to say that we are not an ERP software, but we are a suite of business application. You choose what you want and then you can build the industry. And as a result, you know what happens? You take any software or any vertical segment available in the market, Odoo can replace all of them in a single platform. And that is again at an affordable rate and competitive price. So we used to say that now like we are having a high agility, so lot of automations and affordable in terms of pricing for that is suitable for the SME in not in India but in every country. And just to give you understanding, imagine that the cost of enterprise software is way more than the cost of price for tea for one employee for a month. So imagine that what you are going to, what SME is getting in that price range in order to manage their business process, run entirely business online and seamlessly. We are available, so my team is available here. In case if you have any question, queries, do visit us and get a full stack demonstration on the fly, and you can